So I was on my YouTube channel today and realized it has been 3 years since I did the update video on the theater. And as usual, I'm starting it on the stairway down the stairs. Not a lot has changed, a few upgrades, but overall really not a whole lot. So we'll go down there, show what I've done and what I've upgraded. So the rack in the last video, I had just finished it, and of course it's starting to fill up. That's anime up top, and then there's just his movies. And then what I did is my wife had an old first gen iPad that she wasn't using, so I put our All My Movie app on here, and so we can just keep track. We have over 1,000 movies right now, and we were getting into the habit of, well, I guess you could say it was a habit. We would buy a movie and then bring it home and be like, oh man, we already own it. And it started to happen more and more frequently, of course, the more movies we got. So I got the app on my phone and the iPad, and I also have the software on my computer. So anytime we go out to check movies or whatever, we check the app and make sure we don't already own it. We're currently at, what is it on here? I need to update this actually. 999. Yeah, I definitely need to update it because I think we're right at almost 1,100. So you definitely need to keep track of stuff when you get that many movies. So that's changed there. This is Arcade One Up. It's a company that makes, it's a third size scale arcade cabinet. I got it for my wife. I have a main cabinet, but she says it's complicated, too hard to use, and she liked this, so I got this for her because you just pretty much turn it on, pick your game, and you're done. You play it. The poster light box, I converted. It had two T8 3-foot bulbs in it, but they were regular fluorescents. I took the ballast out of it, and I put direct wire LED in it. Some of the darker posters, it was harder to see, so I added 2 more T8 bulbs in it and converted it all to LED. So yeah, it's pretty bright, but it really helps with the darker posters. Katniss is still there. She hasn't gone anywhere. There's really not too many changes back here other than movies are filling in. And got the posters that we wanted all up. The 3D section, of course, I think the last video there wasn't one 3D movie in here now. I forget, we got like 90, I think, 3D Blu Ray movies. I can't go up or down because my wife and I are into anime, but I have some of the more adult ones that are making. So these racks are completely full. I'm going to change these out. They're really, I mean, they're cheap. They're cheap. I mean, look at that. Those will be getting changed out pretty soon. Get something more stout. Maybe a solid rack, because that empty space in the middle, that's, I mean, that's movie space to me. That's all full. Turn this down. I like to listen to things loud. Sword Art Online, great series. The biggest change in the theater, I'd say last time I think I had bought a W710 ST BenQ. That has been sold. I gave away the 3D glasses with it to the guy that bought it, and upgraded the projector to a BenQ HT 1085 ST. The difference is the 710 was 720p, and this is 1080, of course. And also this has the capability of being wireless, but of course you got to buy the wireless module for it. But it was a huge improvement. really noticed the 3D pops a lot more with a 1080p. Also, we got the different glasses. I went with expands. The ones I had with the 710 were expand, and I really liked them, but they're expensive. So I tried some cheap brands off of Amazon and off of eBay, and it's stupid. I probably spent $200 in cheap shutter glass, 3D shutter glasses, trying to find the pair, and I ended up getting expands again. These are the Edux 3s, and I love these things. They're not rechargeable. The last ones we had were rechargeable, and those things, you could be in the middle of a movie and they'd die, and then you'd have to stop watching the movie because you got to charge them back up. So I was like, I'm never getting another rechargeable pair. These have the lithium battery in it. They say they get about 100 hours in them. I haven't changed the battery in one of these yet, and I've had these for, I actually have had these for a couple of years. Another thing I like about these, of course, you know, everybody gets older and then they end up having to get glasses, and I was worried about the clarity, not wearing glasses or whatever. I can put these right over my glasses, and there's no effect. I mean, I can't tell that I'm wearing my glasses plus these. There's still plenty of room, and it doesn't feel heavy. I can't recommend these enough. These are, I was reading in one of the AV forums that Expand actually has the best lenses in the industry. I don't know if that's true or not, but from my personal experience, I would say if you want the best and you're willing to spend the money, because I think these at the time I spent $70 a pair, and to me they're worth it. I mean, all the money I spent on the cheap ones, I could have bought these to begin with. Another big change with I used to have a Philips Blu Ray player. I don't recall the model, it's in one of my videos, but it needed the ViewSonic VP3D1 converter to convert it for the shutter glasses, because it was projectors are active, 3D TVs are usually passive, but the Blu-ray player couldn't do the active, so I needed to get the converter to convert the signal for the projector. Well, the Blu-ray player died. I bought another one, similar model. It lasted just long enough for the warranty to expire. It died. So I said, heck with it. I went ahead and got a Yamaha BD5681, which eliminated the ViewSonic completely, and the need for it completely, because this Yamaha does everything. In one of my other videos, it was a short video of just me testing, I put tactile transducers in the seats. Just the front ones, we really don't get a lot of people here to watch movies, so the back ones are just, you know, for the kids or relatives or whatever. They actually will shake the back ones a little bit because they hit pretty hard, but there's two in each seat. Essentially, if you don't know what a tactile transducer is, it's the magnet of the speaker. But there's no speaker. So what you do is, I got a 70-watt amp with a filter built into it, and it filters out, you can set the frequency range. So there's no sound coming out of them at all. But if you've seen my other video, I got a cup of water in there, and I'm playing the Jurassic Park, you know, T-Rex is walking, and you can see the water and the seats also shaking. So they'll really hit hard, like if something blows up on the screen or whatever, the seats really, really kick you hard. It really adds some immersion to movies. And I think that is really all that has been changed. The transducers are Daytona Audio TT2516 pucks, and the amp is also a Daytona Audio 70 watt. It's a subwoofer amp, and that's it tucked back there. The only thing I really want to do now is I really want to change that center channel speaker. The left and right front channels are Sony's. They're really nice, like the sound that comes out of them. The backs are actually piles, and believe it or not, they sound really good. But the center channel, it's an RC that came with an old receiver I had, and I'm definitely going to be, that'll be my next thing. I'm going to put a Yamaha center channel up there. And other than that, well, that's it. I don't know if I'll ever go to 4K with the projector because, I mean, there's just, I have too many movies and they're not 4K. Anyway, thanks for watching. Got any questions, comments, feel free to leave them. I'm going to set everything back the way it was and skedaddle.